Good morning, folks. This is Mark Anthony. I'm on top of your roof. This is, I'll call this building B because that one is the closest one to entry, which would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and so forth. And this is the opposite side with 13 and 12. So I'm going to start on the back side where the stairwell is so you can see exactly what's going on with the roof. When I came onto the roof, I noticed that there was an acrylic. Now, technically, they should have used a silicone, but acrylic is just as good. But the only problem with acrylic is that after a while, acrylic starts to break, which you can see what's going on right here with the roof. You can see how it's just rolling right off. And according to what I was told, this is probably about 5 years. It shouldn't have not have started to break down this quick in 5 years. So it just lets me know that they probably didn't condition and treat the roof prior to make it last a lot longer. Looking in this section, it looks like they just did some patchwork over here because this is much brighter and you can see how dark it is over here. Also, you can see how the material is breaking right here in this seam, and that's pretty much what's going on with the majority of the roof. Now, the dark spots you see, don't worry about that. That's just dirt and runoff, and that's things that you'll typically see. What I would recommend once we have completely taken care of this is to go through a process of having a maintenance program set up with the building so that you don't end up with breaks and anything that ends up like this, like you see how it's starting to fall apart. Those things, we can catch it. Now, another major issue with acrylic is when they put the barriers up to keep the PVC piping off the roof, it tends to fall apart if somebody just bumps into it, see? And that exposes the actual roof underneath, which creates a problem. So I will work my way back to unit 12, which seems to be the roof that had, or the area that has a lot of issues. And I did find some pretty significant issues over here. So this is the air conditioning unit for unit 12. Now you have complete failure of the roof right here, and I don't want to step on it. As you can see, there is a significant hole that I can just put my hand into, and this section of roof is dry rot. So water, every time there's rain, water is just going to pour directly into this hole. Now around the HVAC unit, it's sealed up pretty good, but once again, if you look at the acrylic, see how it's pulling off of the, see, the acrylic is just coming right off of the wood because it's not really designed to do that. Now onto the back side, this is unit 13. When I was walking across 13, I just saw the same typical things where the roof is starting to fail right here. But right in this section, you can hear it. Listen. Hear that? Dry rot. This section needs to be pulled up and redone because this is going to start to fail. Also, they just went over, they did a sloppy job. They were supposed to power wash this roof and get things off. That's a nail that they just went over, as well as right here. See, the nails are actually buckling their way out of the roof. But this literally is just a nail. You can follow the outline of the nail, and they just went over it with acrylic. That's just sloppy work. It's like they didn't really do the job up to par. Now, working my way back into the back side of the roof, once again, that's unit 12. You can see the same exact things happening where the material is just failing. And the reason why the material is failing, like you see around these seams, is because they didn't condition this roof. They basically came up here, threw an acrylic on it, and hoped there was going to be no problems within the time. Now, this unit, I can't tell, but this is the third air conditioner in. Behind that air conditioner, you have catastrophic failure as well. As you can see, those are holes. So there is some significant issues, and I'm shocked. They did this section right here with a silicone, and they should have noticed what was going on over there. But this right here, listen. Oh, There you go. So this is dry rot as well. And they should have noticed that because they put this new gooseneck in and they didn't seal it underneath. They put it on top and then they just screwed it down with those screws and then put silicone on top of it. But you can see right here, the silicone, it's failing. So I don't know who did this. I hope this was a homeowner that did this and not a professional, because if it was a professional, this, look, you can see the water coming from underneath. So this is just a really, really bad job. I will make my way over to unit 5 and 4 and give you an update of everything that's going on over there. Okay, for right now I'm going to shut this down.